three's on. Thanks. It's kind of hot in here too. So today's topic is just a little bit random. It's talking about generation blessings. And I want you guys to sit back and think about what gifts your mother gave you. A lot of people jump on here think I'm getting ready to dance, and this is not about dance today. So if you're on here and you think I'm getting ready to dance today, I'm not. I'm going to plug another painting. That's one of my pieces behind me as well. I'll let you see that. That's from my Sagittarius collection. Very light and fun. I hope there's no music playing behind me. I'm trying to make sure that that is not happening. Here's the thing I want to talk about. Generation blessings. The blessings that that's been passed down from generation to generation in your life. And some of them are negative. I remember being as a young, as a young boy, a lot of people talked about the things that family has left them. In a lot of communities, you were left a lot of debt, right? Or there wasn't a lot of funds left in, some of the communities I came from, or even the people I grew up with. I keep looking this way and that way. So I just want to talk about the generation blessings, like the spiritual blessings that were passed down to us from our grandmothers and our grandfathers or our ancestors, that we tend to sometimes want to look the other way and not honor those blessings. A lot of families do honor those blessings, and it's amazing that we do. And the generation's blessings that I'm talking about, what gifts have your mother left you, or your father, or your grandmother? Think about that. Ask yourself those questions. What gifts have they left you? And in the process of that, what are you building to give back? What are you as a person building to give back to even go back to your family or the people in your life to support them? So when I think about what I need to build, I actually need to build a life for myself, and that means I might have to take a moment and step out of the lives of my families and friends to actually build my life, to become something, to create something, so that I can go back and contribute to that. A lot of times we get caught up in this place where we want to give back, but we haven't built anything. And we come from a place of brokenness or a place that we don't have, and we tend to give back. But I realize a lot of us haven't sat down and built enough character, or built enough finances, or built enough of anything to actually contribute. And then in the process of giving back, we're upset, hurt, and angry, right? When we think about peeling back the layers of ourself and going deep down in and finding out about oneself, and then allowing that part of us to help build something so that we can actually give back. That means it's going back to that inner child and taking care of it, taking care of that inner child that's suffering, that's not getting the nurturing and the things that it needs, so that you as a grown person, man, woman, or whatever, to actually go out and walk away from the people in your life to start building. It can be hard. People will look at you, and then they will all have a question, or they will all question you and say there's something wrong with what you're doing. And if you have a goal in place, and your goal is to step away so you can character build on the inside, and then create and build something for yourself, or build something to come back and give to that community, you know what you're doing. You know what you're bringing back, what you're doing to contribute. And all the negative, I call it decay, foul decay, is coming at you from all ends, because your focus is to step away and build something and come back and give. That's an amazing thing. You don't have to worry about what other people are saying. And then there's a time in the process where you walk away and start to build your life and want to do, and you want to come back and contribute, but there's this obstacle that gets in the way. That's in relationships, that's in people going out and building a career, getting a job, anything of that sort. And you have these obstacles that show up in your life that stop you. And how do you bounce back? How do you bounce back from that rejection? What steps are you going to take to bounce back from that rejection? And that's where I talk about the generation blessings, that gift that mom and dad and the family that installed in you to be that person. But we can't get to that person because we have so many layers of who we want to be or who we try to be. We're a different person at work. We're a different person on Instagram. We're a different person on Facebook. We're a different person on Friday than we are a different person on Monday. We got this group of friends. We are this person. Being that whole self, being your whole person, right? Being able to deliver that person to all the people in your life. Being that person is powerful. Being that person, it takes peeling back layers and layers and layers of decay that stops us from bouncing back. Stops us from, the rejection and the fear and the anger and the sadness. Like, how do we bounce back? And that's reaching deep within and grabbing hold of those generational blessings. A lot of us had grandparents that was instilled in church. A lot of us has grandparents that was instilled in their culture, and they were instilled in, a lot of them worked hard, and they had these messages to themselves. And those messages build up this character for them. Those messages to themselves, they were not negative. They were increased. There was a place where they increased the esteem of that child that lives deep within them. And there was a self-esteem building thing. It was a big deal to play full out. And when you are trying to bounce back and all of this stuff is coming at you, you still have to play full out. You still have to show up. You still have to be willing to take those rejections. But here's one thing you want to ask. You want to ask the people in your life. You want to ask them for support for you now and for your future. When you walk away, you're not walking away with a negative. You're walking away into a possibility. However, you still need to have people in your life that will support you and asking for help. Asking people to support you in the process. And the other thing is, keep growing, keep learning, one step at a time. One step at a time, learning and growing and doing things to enhance and give that child that's deeply, deeply rooted in you what it needs to be powerful. So that you as an adult, when you do walk away, you're able to come back and give back to your family, give back to your community. You're able to bounce back from those rejections and those fears and all of that shame and that guilt. You're able to bounce back and still contribute. So keep growing and keep learning. And the one thing that I found out is we never ever want to quit. We never want to quit growing. We never want to quit finding support. We never want to quit going after what we want. My challenge has been, I want to do so many things, right? I want to go back to school and get this degree, right? But I don't want to do no more work. I don't want to do no math. I don't want to do no reading. But those are the things that's going to get me to grow. Those are the most challenging things. And my goal is I have to ask for support. Right? The other thing is I want to walk away from a job and start my own business, right? I have to take the risk. I have to ask the people in my life for that to support me in this journey, right? And all those naysayers, those things you hear from people, they're going to come at you with all kind of things. And I know they're going to come at me, oh, that's not going to work. What are you doing? You have a career. You have a child. You need insurance. All of this. But I'm going after something. And what I'm going after, they can't see it. They don't know They don't know it's there like I know it's there. They don't know that that dream is within me and I'm going for this. So here's the thing. There was a quick talk, and I talked about generation blessings. We talked about needing to build oneself to be able to give back. I also talked about peeling off the layers and going deep within and nurturing that inner self or that inner child so that you get to play full out and then learning to master one lesson at a time before you move on to something else. That's what I talked about. Being able to play full out in life, learning to master one lesson before you move on to the next. I have that issue where I want to master a ton of things. I want to write a book, do a show, do a movie, paint. Like, I want to master one thing in life and then move on to the next one. It gets like, oh, this is redundant. I've got so many talents going on. Play full out in that one lesson. Master that and then move on to the next. Bouncing back from rejection. Learning to love yourself. Learning to reach deep down in and go for those generational blessings that you've been given from your grandparent, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, and all those people in your life, reaching deep down within and grabbing a hold of that. The other thing I talked about was increasing yourself, your child self, building your self-esteem. It's a big deal to play a part in self-worth. Like, play a part in your self-worth. It is a big deal. You are worth it. Reach deep inside. Build oneself. Build your self-esteem. And when I'm obsessing about self, there is no room. Actually, there is no room for things to enter. So if I stop obsessing about myself and just start building that character, building my self-esteem, right? Focusing on one lesson at a time, I'm able to bounce back. I'm able to rebuild. I'm able to build things and come back and give to the community. And then if I'm no longer obsessing about self, there's room for possibility. There's room for growth. There's room for things to enter into my life. The other thing I talked about was ask for support when you're making this transition or you taking a different route. Everyone wants you to take this road and you want to turn right when they want you to go left. Ask for support. And if they're not willing to give you that support, ask someone else. Always ask for support and keep growing. One step at a time. One step at a time. Keep growing, mastering one lesson at a time. And never, ever quit because of what they think or what they say or how they feel about your new journey. It's none of their business anyway. Because you know what they're going to need is a pair of sunglasses. They really are. The reason they're going to need those sunglasses, because you're going to shine so bright that they won't even be able to take it. So I'm going to give you some quick advice. Always have an extra pair of sunglasses in your bag or in your car or with you for those people who see your light that shines so bright because you are focusing on playing full out. Hand them a pair of glasses. Because as much as they would like for you to dim your light, keep shining bright. Make it brighter and brighter and brighter. Because they're going to need something from you. And they're going to need a pair of glasses because your light should not ever be dimmed for no one. And these are all the little things that I talked about that will help the light shine brighter and brighter. Because they're going to keep coming at you with the hate. They're going to keep coming at you with the doubt. They're going to keep throwing to you those obstacles. They're going to keep coming to you with their fears about where you're going to go in life. Hand them a pair of glasses. Give them something to cover their eyes. Because if you do all of these small things, you will shine bright no matter what. Hand them a pair of glasses. This was Life Talk, and I'm glad you joined me today. You guys have a great day. I'm going to plug this painting, right? There's one more of my pieces. People keep asking me, where is that artwork coming from? That's a lot of my work. I'm just going to let you guys know. Thank you for joining me today. And don't ever let anyone dim your light. Carry an extra pair of sunglasses. You might need 2 or 3 of them. They got the dollar store. Get a bag of them and start building your character. Start building and increasing and playing full out, because all the generational blessings that you receive, they will help your light shine brighter. Hand them a pair of glasses because they're going to need it. This was Life Talk, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great Pride weekend. Pride weekend. Go out, celebrate. Don't get drunk, but go out and celebrate the lives of the people in your life who are LGBTQ 1, 2 plus A. I think I got that right. So get out there and celebrate them. This was Life. Love you. Bye.